Welcome back to Assertiveness, the show that gives ordinary South Africans the space to talk about things that really matter. We are busy discussing this pull her down syndrome thing and how hurtful it actually can be to women and women-to-women relationships. But just before we went on an ad break, we wanted to talk about this thing. And something there is not right. And then you're like, yo, girl, you look like Christmas morning. Why? Why do you do that? Why do we do that as women? Why do we lie to other women? Forget that hungry look lipstick. Why do we do that? Why can't we just... Is it mean to say to someone, is that maybe what the problem is?
What are your intentions, Gal? Are they...
No, but if I come to you, and I get a lipstick, I bought a new lipstick, friend, or I put a picture on Instagram and I'm like, new lipstick, on fleek, and I bought a lipstick, why can you just not keep quiet and not comment on my Facebook picture? Why must you put hearts there? Meanwhile, you are telling your friends, you're sending it around to them these days, go to my WhatsApp groups. I just want to get understanding, why do we have to lie to each other? Who benefits from that lie? Does it make you look like a better friend because you like all my pictures?
No.
So what's the point?
Maybe you don't want to hurt your friend. It depends. If maybe you would say I umuhle, then listen you're clever, then that's different. Yeah. But if I say umuhle, then just keep it to myself. What you no, but it's inside. I need sure. Like but this one. Then I'll say umuhle because I don't want to hurt you.
No, Mara uyang hurt because ngiyokhuluma abanye abantu.
No, she's saying there's two ways about it. Oh wait, unless I'm misunderstanding what you are saying.
If you're too moby, if you're too muhle, then listen you're clever. It's different. But if it's girl and then just keep it to myself. Go, yo, why this call?
But I think I misunderstood what you were saying.
But my thing is, if uyangibona ukuthi ayingifanele lipstick, as umngane wami, kumele ungitshele ukuthi ayetsho milena it's not working. Because ngiyohleba ngabanye abantu. Ngiyofika ngikhale kubani kuwe ukuthi utsho ngiyazi. Cabanga lipstick yami ngiyithengile bathi.
That's say ngcono ilahle chombele.
No, let's be honest with what women say. If that situation occurs when let's say when I ufake lipstick ufake ku Instagram or Facebook, mina ngiyenza your friend inhle because I don't want to hurt you by saying ukuthi ayikufanele. Then you go out into the world and then maybe uzinhle says, yo, but that lipstick, and then bayahleka nobangani bakhe. Then you come back to me and you say, yo, friend uzinhle bekangihleka. What am I going to say as a friend? I'm not going to say ukuthi ilahle. Ngizothi uzinhle usile. But who say mina? Because I know. But here's my problem is that now, let's say, now you think that lipstick is the best. On your wedding day, that's the one you pick.
No, I'm supposed to kuluma then.
But you kuluma from the start.
Make me look from the start. Make me look from the start. Usha would say, chomi, it's not working.
It's not easy sometimes.
It's not easy, especially if somebody's already put a picture. Because let's be honest, as women, we take pictures of us. We take like 100. Then we pick that one that we think is the prettiest, and that's the one we choose. So meaning is boneng muhle in that picture, and then I post it, and then when I'm telling yo, susa. You know what I mean? It is a bit hard.
Yes. And then I feel good too no more na. Why I think say picture yam.
It's hard, but then if we am umngane and protect her from the other vouchers langaphandle uzomtshela ukuthi
So my textbook answers.
No, actually my textbook
answers. Do you practice what you're saying?
No.
After you've got textbook answers, why hang up your rob?
No. Well, look, my mom is very honest with me. My mom is extremely honest with
me. Your mom there's no mother who's not honest.
And then she told me that thing, babes, like, now even my cousins, sister Leo, it doesn't work.
No, but family is different, eh? Family, it's easy to tell family so yes, lahla man. Speak sang about. But and then what's nice is when you've got a mix of cousins who are male, because having males is always for me is always the best thing, because they can say the things that we can't say. But yes, that's my problem. Why can't we say it?
Because if we say it, then
it's pull it down.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. Thank you. It goes back to what I was saying originally. I'm glad we've done a full circle because it goes back to what I was saying. The fact that we've named this thing. When a woman does it, it is pull her down syndrome. When a guy does it, it's not. If a guy says to a girl, you, like that top, it's too revealing. It can be amabele wako. It's different than when a girl says to you, yo, that top, it can be somebody unechelas because I've got boobs and you don't. You've got a flat. You know, that's my problem. Is the fact that we've named it, we've given it a name, almost makes people accuse everything that we do. Even normal behavior, where I'm normally telling you, girl, come on. Here, it now becomes bipolar down syndrome. So, see, Shayli full circle. Okay. Okay. Now, the last thing, just before we kind of wrap up, that I want to get into is, it's been named. So, my full circle means nothing. It's been named. How do we move forward from this? Because we tried to answer the question in the beginning to say Tula, but Tula is not going to help us. How do we, let's pretend we're feminists, because I'm not a feminist. How do we fight against this thing? And how do we take the power away? Because I feel like, more than anything, I feel like the power of puller down syndrome is lying with the people who tell us it is puller down syndrome. So let's say generally as women, we all say we disagree, this thing does not exist. There's no such a thing as pull it down syndrome. It's normal behavior of humans. How do we stop men from also using it? Because let me tell you, I'll throw in something there. I've got male friends that will say to me, we didn't invite you to this bride because we had other girls there. They understand, Alinda? We didn't invite you guys, which is as the girls who are in that circle. We didn't invite you guys because we had other girls there. And then they'll say, they understand that thing for me is uncomfortable. Even men now know our weaknesses. We are born. So as women, how do we fix it?
I just feel like
You can't ask the question with the question.
we can't really fix it. I mean, we're always so kulmana, we're always bad man. But it's about when how strong? Yes, how strong is your character? Yes, it's gonna hurt. Fact remains, it's gonna hurt. Whether that person uyakunedisa or uhlekisa ngawe or whatever, it's gonna hurt. But if mina as usenzo ngithazini, okay, fine. That's umloma miyanuk. What am I gonna do about it?
So how we take it, basically.
So it's how you take it, the emotional intelligence.
And now you show your lento like think first. Yes, and think first before you say something. Yes, it's your right to say whatever, and yes, when you're outspoken and what. But think. Let's stop being selfish. How is it going to benefit her? How is it going to crush her? If by 10 years around by issue game, how would I have taken it? Because that's fun for at the same time. I mean, I'm sure whatever, just look at you and go whatever.
And you punch them. But also it needs then to apply to what we say to other people about other people. Because I think, if we look at, I'm going to make an example with what happens on social media, Peltusi and Bonang, they had a big fight. And people jumped in, but instead of people jumping in to attack the situation, people are now attacking people's characters. And that is also puller down syndrome. Is it because Peltusi, those who have Wanang stands, is it because Peltusi is where we want to all be? Or you know what I mean? Like, are we pulling people down because they are where we want to be? Or they look prettier than us? That's why I say, do we usually pull down people because of, are we jealous of them? Or or is it a joke? Or like, oh, it's just a passing, don't take it seriously. Something goes, then you roll your eyes. Or is it because Ucholana that guy so obviously I must always hate on her? What is the thing?
Always bring it down because of
yeah. But I think the nice thing about it is the fact that most puller down syndrome is never directly at the person. I know I use the word nice, it's not really nice. But it's not like, is it? Better? Is it really better? Than you just hearing.
Then you, Cabanga Buti, if you would hear everything everybody had to say about you, it wouldn't be nice. None of us strong.
Oh, actually, which was my next question. I wanted you guys to give me examples of where you have experienced bipolar Down syndrome. I'll tell you my story. I had a friend, met her last year, right? And we were friends. I thought we were friends. Maybe I was wrong, which is fine. But then I met other girls after, then we got into a little, fight. Then I met other girls. And these girls were telling me stories about me. And how I am this person, and how I'm that person, and how I'm me. And I was like, oh my gosh. She literally made another group of people who didn't know me, but knew me from far. Obviously with social media now, everyone knows everyone. Who knew me from far, but hated me based on the things that this one person has told them. Like, into a point where she actually unblocked my channel with other people. You know what I mean? Because these people thought I was this otherwise person. And I couldn't believe the fact that in a world like now, you can live and there are people who hate you, who've never met you, but they hate you based on what other people tell them. Which is why poor Down syndrome for me is far more dangerous when it's you talking to someone else about me. Because you don't know who is in their network. You understand? You are in theater, right? I could be going around talking to people and saying, oh, that girl, no performer. Yes, she got her last job. She slept with some guy. Now, you don't know if that guy, that girl's boyfriend that you're telling, or her cousin is the big producer of a big musical that's coming up. Then you don't get casted based on the fact of information that gets spread around. And I think that for me is, I would rather, the way you tell me, that's why I'm going to disagree with you when you say it's better when it's not to you. I hear what you're saying, but I just feel like sometimes it's better knowing where you stand, as opposed to you don't know. But in any case, any examples where you guys have experienced bipolar Down syndrome?
Yes. When I was done with matric, and I was, I've always been a lover of the arts. Yeah. I did singing, I did dancing, I did drama from high school. Well, so in high school, my mom, I come from a family of academics. Yeah. And I told my mom and my brother that, no, this is what I want to do. But as soon as you talk to your friends, they're like, ooh, theater, imali, the industry.
Why do you have to learn something which is a talent?
Exactly, accounting. I'm like, but that's not where I want to be. And I actually took a whole gap year just to sort my life out and ask myself, what is it that I want? And I was like, you know what? I'm doing it. Because this is where I belong. And I'm not going to let what people say or people's perceptions about me
and
or
what you should be doing.
And now I'm graduating this year. I just landed one of my first big roles. Wow. Immediately after school. And that to me is a blessing. And if I had listened to those people,
you'd be sitting in a boring office.
Listen, I'm not office, no, sorry. I tried it and it's late. So angeke uhlale njalo mamela abantu ukuthi bathini. No, sukuma ugeze ube muhle bangene ubhala indlebe ukuthi bathini, it's fine. Bazokhuluma. You do good they talk, you do bad they talk. It's life. It's life. It's life.
Sizinhle, any examples of bipolar Down syndrome that have happened to you?
Not from the top of my head.
Yeah.
But a lot of times.
You've experienced it. And how did you react when you experienced it? What did it do? Did it hurt you?
It does hurt. It does hurt, but then at the same time it builds you. Like what do you say about yourself? When you look yourself in the mirror, like where do you want to be? What are your aspirations? I think it's what should drive you, not to how people perceive you.
But is it not difficult where the bipolar Down syndrome is not in terms of you specifically, it's them harming your potential, if you get what I mean? Coming back to the story, somebody can ruin chances zako with another person or with a job or with a business because they've said certain things about you that you know are not really true about you, you know. So I get what you're saying, but I just think we also need to look at it in that light. Sometimes it's not just you who can look at you can be strong, but then you could be strong, uzbege every day, you know, telling yourself, I've got this. Then you find out tomorrow, you're not going to get a job because and then you're like, when did I see? It's frustrating, guys. Any examples?
Well, not to me exactly, but I know of someone, and they were like, she's getting married to somebody, and people are like, why ashata yena? You know, unani yena? You know? So people will be like that, and it's all her friends, and we're like, unani yena? Why ashata yena? Couldn't he just pick someone else? Go on. So it's things like that.
Sure.
Instead of people being happy for you, but yeah, we ashata finally or whatever. No, people are like, unani? Indlenga.
Guys, it's actually very, very tough. Ladies, thank you so much for coming through and unpacking this whole thing. I still want to believe that we should not give it a name. We should not perpetuate it. But the reality is that it is there. It exists. We can't run away from it. But I want to make a personal apology to everybody who feels that I was part of pulling them down. I don't want to be that person. Don't you guys want to apologize? Is that an apology? Because sometimes you're not really pulling down someone, but they feel and they believe it because we are all different. So I would like to apologize, and I would like to say for all those who are pulling me down, shame. You won't win. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to let you. But to those who are friends of people and you are pulling people down, who are your friends, usatani. Kibo satani, kibo loyi, as a matter of fact. It's not even about Satan. We can understand that Satan is Yamazi, you know, he was a fallen angel. Buloy as bad to be happy. So umuloy. Let it go. Don't do that. Ladies, we need to support each other. Right? Yes. As women. In actual fact, last sentence to women out there. How should we treat each other? In one sentence, how should we treat each other?
Let's treat each other like the queens we are.
Yes, girl.
Let's turn it in, guys.
Yes, self-love, then you can distribute it to other people.
Self-love, and then you can distribute it to other people. Let's treat each other like the queens that we are. It really is that simple. Guys, my appeal is let's support each other, let's build each other, let us stand together. Yes, obviously, malapa atwani. So in other words, we'll not all be the same, but the reality is that we need to help, we need to build each other, and we need to stay assertive, you know, because it just makes sense. Do catch us on Facebook at Assertiveness and on Twitter at Assertiveness TV. Give us some feedback. Let us know what it is that you want us to discuss. And today's show, what do you think about puller down syndrome? Give us some perspectives where we missed the point, because Nazi, we're not perfect. We could have missed the point totally. Give us your pointers. Let us know. Let's educate each other as women and as men. Tell us, Ubuti, where are we going wrong as women? We're signing out and we always say, if you're not assertive, really, you can't sit with us.